Hey everyone, John Bayog Law. Today I want to talk to you about the Massachusetts Homestead Law. This one is important because it could potentially save you from having to sell your house to pay off a creditor. I'll tell you a little bit about the law, what it does, how to check to make sure that your house is protected under the Homestead Law, and if it's not, I'll walk you through a little bit about how to file a homestead declaration yourself. This is a story that really might happen to anyone. Imagine, working hard all your life, saving up all this money just so you could buy a house. And you finally can afford to buy a house. And you buy a house. Things are going great. And you're paying off your house, you're building equity. It's great. But anything could happen at any time. So there's a medical emergency. And now all of a sudden, you've got all these medical bills racking up. And on top of your mortgage, you can't afford to pay them. So a creditor could then force you to sell your house in order to pay off those bills, those medical bills. And then you're back to where you started, back at square one, after all that hard work that gets taken away from you. So the Massachusetts Homestead Law provides homeowners with protection by safeguarding a portion of their equity in their house from creditors. Personal residences are automatically protected up to $125,000. So that means if you've got $50,000 worth of medical bills, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to file at all, but your house is automatically protected under the Homestead Law, and the creditor won't be able to force you to sell your house. However, if your bills are $200,000, that creditor could force you to sell your house at that point, and you'd be able to go after, be able to collect his money. So you can actually, but by filing a Declaration of Homestead, which is a standard form that you can get through the Massachusetts website, through filing the Homestead of Declaration, you can increase that protection up to $500,000 worth of equity. And if you're married and you and your spouse are both over 62 years old, that protection increases to $1 million. So most homeowners, whether they know it or not, had a homestead declaration filed for them by their attorney when they bought the house. But some attorneys forget to do it sometimes, or they might just not know to do that if it's not something that that real estate isn't their primary practice area. But it's super easy to check to see if you have one. So I'm going to hop on the computer right now and show you. So you're going to type in Massachusetts Registry of Deeds into Google. It's going to be the first link here. Make sure it's the same link that you're going to. And search property records. It's going to show you a map with all the counties on it. You're going to want to click on your county. I'm going to use Essex as an example. Each county has its own website, and they are all slightly different, but it should be a similar idea to locate your homestead declaration. But if you need help, if you have any issues, just send me a message. I'll look it up for you. Anyways, here we go. We're going to click on South Essex. You're going to click on Search Our Records. And these are different search options: name search, street search, extended search, book and page search. We'll do street search. Put the start date as a couple days before you bought your house. I'm just going to do this date for an example. And the end date should be today. Pick your town, your street name. I'm just going to hide this one for anonymity. Once you've got your address entered, hit search. And I like to sort it by date if possible. Click the date twice, and it should be the most recent dates up at the top here. And then you're going to look under the type, the column that says type. That'll be the type of document that was recorded. You're going to look for Homestead. There, HMSTD is the abbreviation. And so you can go across here and click on the image, and you will be able to see your homestead. And you will also see, might surprise you, but your signature is at the bottom. This was one of those papers that you probably signed at closing. But if you didn't, then you probably need one. So that's how you look it up. So hopefully you were able to determine whether or not you have one on your house already. If you don't have one, it's super easy to get to file one. You can do it yourself. I'll put a link to the form in the description, but it's just a form you can get from the Massachusetts Gov website. Once you fill it out, you're going to take it to your county's Registry of Deeds, so wherever that physical office is. So you'll just take it down to your registry office and ask them to record the document for you. The cost to record it is only $35. So, taking the time to do this and spending that $35, it could be the difference of you getting to stay in your house or having to sell it to pay off a creditor. There are more nuances to the law. I just wanted to make a very brief video on this. So while it is possible to do this yourself, it's the kind of thing that you don't want to accidentally mess up, because again, it's the difference of getting to stay in your house or having to sell it to pay off creditors. So I just wanted to make the information available to you. This is not legal advice. You can do more independent research on your own and decide whether, if you don't have one already filed, you can decide whether you want to do it yourself or if you want to consult with an attorney and have them help you with it. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found it helpful. More videos to come, so stay tuned. Any estate planning questions at all, feel free to message me on here, call, text, email. I'll put all my contact info in the link to in the description. And I'm still offering free consultations, so feel free to reach out. Would love to hear from you. Thanks. See you on the next one.